Hello, Star Wars fans and collectors, and welcome to the first episode of Star Wars Conversation live streams. In tonight's episode, we will be going over the events of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This will involve going over the strengths and weaknesses of the film, what we enjoy about it, what we dislike, the figures, collectibles, and anything to do with Phantom Menace that I have and my guest has in his collection. Like I said, just mentioned I have a guest. The guest that is appearing in tonight's stream is a regular on the live streams on my channel, and it is indeed Darth Akoko Productions.
Hi everyone.
So that's Alan, Darth Akoko Productions. He's usually in my live stream from time to time. We discuss so many things to do with Star Wars. We enjoy it very much. And we're going to give you our overview on what we think of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Obviously, with some fans around the world, it's not to their desire. I personally don't mind it, and it gets by in some cases, even though people don't like the prequels. I don't mind them, but we'll just go from there, really. So, obviously, I've got some bits of paper and bits of topics to talk about the film and everything, like certain scenes and characters and everything. So before we start, Alan, do you have anything to say about the events of The Phantom Menace?
I feel like there's too much politics in the prequels, and it's something that is not that interesting when you think about it. Like, we could have done. I mean, sure, that scene with the the Republic having this the Senate meeting, and wanting to vote for a new chancellor. It was convenient. I mean, it is plot. It is important for the plot for the prequels.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I feel like there's too much politics involved in the prequels, let alone in the Phantom Menace. Like, we have the whole plot with the Trade Federation and Naboo trying to, like, the whole plot of the Phantom Menace is the Trade Federation wants to have the Queen of Naboo sign a treaty that basically they have control over Naboo, right?
Yeah, that's basically it, really, and getting to,
and like, it's not that of an interesting plot, you know. And that's what I think is unfortunate, is that the prequels are kind of dependent on the politics.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in the Attack of the Clones, the separatists, they wanted to assassinate Senator Amidala because they knew she would be a problem if they were to mass produce soldiers like clones or droids, you know, whatever. And like, the whole plot was to protect Padme from that, just because she would be a problem for the separatists as well as for the Senate. And the only episode that I really like in Revenge of the Sith is Revenge of the Sith, because it's more about how Anakin becomes Darth Vader. That's the story that we're looking for. That's what we like. We see more. We see more of more corruption around the Jedi Order, around the Senate. We see that we see that there's more to everything than it seems, you know.
Mhm.
And this is the story that we've all wanted to see, the story of how Anakin became Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And sure, I mean, politics had a major part in it, but it's still kind of like, it's politics, man. Who cares about politics, right?
Yeah, just show us some action. That
Yeah,
good guys, clones and droids, yeah.
yeah. But I mean, all I like, really, the things that I like about Star Wars is like the wars, all the lightsaber duels, the shootouts, everything. You know, never really cared for the politics, even though they have a major part in the plot. You know, they
Yeah.
have a major importance in the plot. And that's what I like about Star Wars too, is that they expand their stories with, you know, with all these other kind of aspects of reality. Like there's war, there's uh, there's politics, there's the Jedi who are kind of the police, you know. There's
Corruption, romance. It's got everything that people
yeah,
see in the film.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, good.
So
Yeah, mate, good point. I totally understand. I totally understand. I'm on board with you. Like, I don't, not a massive love of the politics, but it's decent to see on how the Chancellor got into the Senate, how corrupt they really were. They weren't really trusting Chancellor Alonn when he got into office. Chancellor Palpatine obviously wanted to be removed from office, and eventually they voted for obviously Supreme Chancellor Palpatine to become Chancellor. The whole thing with the Trade Federation, I totally agree with you as well. It's just them wanting to be greedy and to take over parts of land that they know they will get, but it will be at a cost. And obviously, the Jedi are peacekeepers, they don't really want to get involved, but you can slowly see them getting involved with the likes of obviously Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, even though they were Chancellor's ambassadors. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from with the whole politics idea. It does like kind of control the films, but take that aside, you've got great action, friendships, battles, space battles, everything we want to see in a sci-fi space opera. So yeah, like I said, I've got a list of strengths and weaknesses I want to mention in the live stream. I think I'll just quickly go to the chat to see what's happening, to see who's.
may I read some comments?
Yes, you can, Alan. Far away.
Thanks. So Trooper Geo is in the chat, says yo. So hello,
Hello.
welcome to the stream. Clone Trooper Dogma says, hey guys, it's Crown Vixen 8. This is my new Star Wars gaming channel's game. Cool. Very nice. Trooper Geo says, yeah, long time no see. How has the 501st been? So he's clearly talking to Dogma.
Yeah.
Then we have Philip Gibson.
Oh, Philip Gibson, what a loyal subscriber he is on my channel. Philip Gibson, we have to get you on the stream one day, my friend. You're such a loyal subscriber. Like, literally, most of the videos I'm posting, he's always commenting, always sharing his views. He's absolutely great person to have on the video. So, Philip Gibson, if you're still here, mate, we've got to get you on the stream one time.
And he says, hey guys, did everybody enjoy Star Wars 40th birthday? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well, yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to Star Wars Celebration, but I mean, it was huge. I saw a good portion of the live streams.
I saw
it was amazing.
All of them, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good. Really good. Trooper Geo has mentioned, I do like Attack of the Clones because, well, the clones saved the entire movie for me.
Okay.
Clone Trooper Dogma was mentioned. I'm currently still in custody, but hopefully someone will bust me out so I can redeem myself and fight for the Republic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I can.
At first I thought maybe the person is really still maybe the person itself is in custody, but then I remembered it's Clone Trooper Dogma and he is in custody.
Trip G has mentioned, dude, I can bust you out. The one great thing about being a shock trooper is that you can get high payroll.
And I was like, if you're in custody, how are you watching the stream? But then I remembered he's talking for Dogma and not himself, you know.
Yeah. Country of Dogma was mentioned. Attack of the Clones was my first Star Wars film. Watched it, loved it, and thanks Joe. Which clone are you? He's mentioned my own. CT 333 333 and 333. So a lot of threes.
B345, yeah.
A lot of threes.
Yeah.
Right, keep scrolling down. Come on, chat load. Come on. There we go.
Clone Trooper Dogma says, yes, Alan. Dogma is still my favorite clone. By the way, if I may ask, how well do you feel Gibson, Jack?
How well do I...
how well do you know him?
How do I know him? Obviously, I don't know him in person, but I've known him on YouTube for, let alone a couple of years now. He's a very loyal subscriber on the channel, always commenting, always sharing his views on Star Wars. And like I said, if you're still watching or watching in the future, must get him on a stream, like one of these new series of streams that I'm doing. So he's a great aspect to the channel, like with all the other subscribers in the chat. So yeah, the chat's pretty interesting at the minute, so keep the questions coming in. And obviously we've mentioned what we think about the Phantom Menace at the minute, and then we'll go from there, and I'll mention a couple of topics that I've written down. So yeah, let's get this started. That's it. So this afternoon I sat down again and watched Phantom Menace, and I just wrote down topics I wanted to talk about in the stream. Obviously I've written it as strengths and weaknesses, and the first point I'd like to bring up is the tension between the Trade Federation and Darth Sidious. Now, obviously they are eventually aware that obviously Jedi are on their ship. They don't really trust the Jedi because obviously they are strong warriors and everything. And Darth Sidious is quite angry with the situation that the Trade Federation has got themselves in. Now, we do see it escalate throughout the film, but only a little bit. But I do like the little bit of tension at the start where he's pissed off with one of the vice droids, and obviously he's still angry that the Jedi were able to get themselves in this position. So yeah, that's a strength I've put down. What do you think, Alan? The tension between the Trade Federation and Darth Sidious? Have you got a view on that?
It's really fun to when you think how Darth Sidious is behind both the Republic and the Separatists.
Yeah.
Like either way, like because there will be the war between the Republic and the Separatists, but either way, like either the Republic wins or the Separatist wins, Palpatine still wins.
Exactly. He wins either side, no matter what the costs of lives are, the cost of war, he still wins.
And it's like awesome because he's like a genius dude, but an evil genius, and like I can't wait to see if Snoke can top that.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I really doubt it too, but still.
Films. Palpatine, he's got everything like anyone could want. Powerful, intelligence, allies, and he's just such a powerful Sith Lord.
Yeah, and you really see the difference when I mean, like you see his way of, like you see his attitude in front of the Trade Federation.
Mm-hmm.
You see how different it is from his attitude in front of the Galactic Senate or Queen Amidala or whoever.
Darth or Count Dooku.
Yeah, I mean you see there's two personalities, and like he's really convincing. Like there, for other people, you'd ask them and they'd say, "Dude, there's no way he's a Sith Lord. I mean, look at him. He's an old dude. He's
man, looks worthless. And if you get his bad books, he's like that. He'll sort you out.
Yeah.
But the thing I really like about him as well is in the Clone Wars, you see, especially in, like, say, season 5, 4, 6, you see like the resemblance of him going. So obviously, like for instance, the episode on Mandalore with Darth Maul and Savage Opress, you can slowly see him rising even more to try and figure out, right, there's new enemies that I want to destroy them as quick as possible. And then he's talking to Yoda as well, like Yoda can slightly suspect something, like they're not too sure if they should remove him from office, like the couple of scenes in Revenge of the Sith. And I just think he's played it so well that both sides are struggling to think what is going to be his next move. How is he going to create chaos in the Republic and maybe the Separatists? And that's what I like about him. He's a cool dude, a cool old guy. So yeah, it's really cool.
Now, young Skywalker, you will die. I have helium.
Helium. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up. So I'm going to mention a strength and a weakness, but I've mainly got main strengths.
No, I am your father.
Obviously, the first weakness I'd like to mention, and a lot of people would possibly agree with me, and that is the first meeting with Jar Jar Binks.
Or do not. There is no try.
The first meeting with Jar Jar Binks has got to be the most painful thing that Star Wars fans have had to witness. Like, so many
a noble servant.
People hate him, some people love him. I mean, I'm not a massive lover of him, but I can cope with it. But if I was with him in person, I'd end up have to kill myself or just chuck him off a cliff. Like, he's just so annoying. Like,
I mean, that's how Star Wars is. You always have to have this annoying character in the background.
Yeah, I mean,
still convenient. That still has a convenient part in the plot. No.
Yeah, I mean, for instance, his first meeting with Qui-Gon Jinn, you idiot. No, Mr. Jar Jar Binks. Mr. Your humble servant. I mean, like, oh, for Christ's sake, shut up.
Misa has to shut up before I kill myself.
Exactly. We're not going to go into too much detail with Jar Jar, but we're just going to put it at this. People hate him, and we're going to leave it at that. The other point I like to mention is a strength, and that is I really enjoyed the fighting with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn on the Federation ship. Like, I thought it was really cool to see him come out of the smoke and sort all the droids out. Especially Qui-Gon Jinn when he's cutting through the wall and Trade Federations are shitting himself. He's still coming through! This is impossible! But I really, really enjoyed the fighting between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn and the droids. Did you like that scene as well, Alan?
Yusa Bomba General.
But no, the scenes with Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan fighting the droids, they're pretty cool. I mean, what do you think, Alan? Did you like that scene where you see Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn fighting the droids?
Yeah, it was badass.
Yeah, badass.
It wasn't as badass as seeing them fight Maul, but it was badass.
Don't worry, we will get to that. We will get to that. That is a sick point. Another thing I like to mention is I actually really enjoyed the Gungan city that was underwater. I thought that was really clever on how they done that and everything, like, especially with the effects and everything, where we see obviously Jar Jar take Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan to the hidden city, trying to reach the Naboo undetected. So yeah, that was really cool. Another thing that made me laugh, especially underwater, is the ship that the Gungans give Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn, and all the big fishes attacking them.
It's shaped like a Gungan's head.
Yeah, it's shaped like a Gungan's head, and I think it's hilarious when Jar Jar is absolutely shitting himself. And you've got Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon being so calm, and then you've got these big fish eating each other, and Jar Jar just shits himself. So yeah, I think that's funny in my opinion. Another thing I like to point out is I don't know if
There's always a bigger fish.
there's always a bigger fish. I don't know if Alan has noticed this, but have you noticed a couple of mistakes in the Phantom Menace, especially with like certain things like Obi-Wan's hair? Like some people have noticed that he's had a wig on, and it goes back to his normal hair, and they haven't really touched it up.
I really haven't noticed he had a wig.
You haven't really noticed? No, there's one thing I point out every time I see the film is where we see Jar Jar, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn meeting, and he goes, when they find us, they will blast us into oblivion. Like you see it from a certain shot where he's got a wig on, and then from another shot you see his real hair, and it's just like certain mistakes they've made in the film. But
I did not notice that. They were really good at concealing that.
I'm not a big massive film critic. Oh, it's a mistake. It's a crap film. Nothing. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So yeah,
I really didn't notice that. They did a great job concealing that.
yeah. I mean, I noticed that. So let's get back to the comments to see what's happening.
What you think? Super Geo says, also I was at 79's last night and no dogma. I did not get drunk, but Kix was acting really strange.
Obviously, 79's the bar that we see in the Lost Missions of the Clone Wars. Great scene.
Mm-hmm.
Philip Gibson's mentioned, I remember watching The Phantom Menace. Yep, it's up to people's standards. Clone Trooper Dogma was mentioned. I did not enter 79's anyways because I was too smart to join. By the way,
he wasn't 18 yet.
The parts I liked in the Phantom Menace were the pod races and the duel with Darth Maul. Also, by the way, the first Maul actor is my favourite. Ray Park is brilliant. Trooper Geo has mentioned, you hear about fives, what the fuck? Darth Sidious on Helium, best version ever. Jar Jar has a lot of potential, but it was wasted.
Yeah.
Clone Trooper Dogma says, fuck Commander Fox, man. I bet I would redeem myself already if I shot him back. By the way, Misa hates Jar Jar.
No, Commander Fox is awesome.
Commander Fox is awesome, man. I mean, he's such a sick commander. Even though we did see a major role with him in the Clone Wars TV show, he was sick.
Major role, yeah.
Trooper G has mentioned, the bad thing is Fox is the commanding officer of my squad. Can please get a transfer. Clone Trooper Dogma has mentioned, I will destroy you all, Jedi scum, Sidious. You haven't destroyed me yet, so you're slacking. I am the Jedi Master 98. Anyway, Trooper G has mentioned, anyway, Dogma about Kix, he visited you 2 days ago to give you a treatment, right? Philip Gibson has mentioned, what does everyone think of the racing scene in the movie? I thought it was pretty exhilarating. Funny enough, we're actually going to get up to that part soon, so we're going to discuss what we think of the pod racing. Obviously, we'll get to that part in a minute. Obviously, there's another scene where we see, obviously, Queen Amidala and the rest of the Jedi escape. That is a pretty decent scene. That was pretty cool. Obviously, they went to the planet Tatooine because, obviously, the hyperdrive got hit. And then we saw the appearances of the droids. And one of the most iconic droids we saw was R2-D2, who saved the ship. Everyone was happy. And they went to Naboo, and then shit happened there. Another thing I'd like to point out is just after they escaped, we saw for the first time Darth Maul. Obviously, we saw him in a hologram, and then eventually we saw him on Coruscant talking to CBS, and then later on in the film. Obviously, I'll get Alan to discuss a bit more about Maul because he's a massive fan of him. I do love Maul as well.
Yeah, Maul is probably one of the most interesting, most badass characters in all Star Wars.
Yeah, he's just so sick. The double-bladed lightsaber. Ray Park is such a...
Ray Park did an amazing job.
Ray Park is so sick.
He's the stuntman, man.
He's done other films like G.I.
He knows all the moves. He's got everything.
He's got everything. Going back to Tatooine, obviously.
I actually met Ray Park.
Yeah.
Last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year in Star Wars Celebration, London, and I got him to sign a Star Wars Rebels version of Darth Maul, like a picture of him, and I didn't realize back then, but like. I got him to sign a picture of a CGI character that I mean, he did portray him, but
it's Darth Maul. Who cares?
I mean, it's Darth Maul, but I just realized that I should have had him sign an actual picture of him as Darth Maul because. He works hard to portray that character from the makeup, from the movements, from the acting, everything. And I got him to sign a picture of a CGI version of him that he didn't even voice.
Yeah, I can understand that, mate. Obviously, Ray Park done a.
So I felt like I was kind of like not respecting his work, you know.
Yeah,
but I actually do.
Yeah, I totally understand. Obviously, Ray Park done an amazing job, but the person who portrayed him after was Sam Witwer. He done an even sicker job. He was so sick as Darth Maul in the Clone Wars and Rebels as well. So, give him credit for that. Sam Witwer and Ray Park are great actors, and they portrayed Darth Maul really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, people have been mentioning this in the chat. Alan, I'll get you to start. What did you think of the pod race scene in the Phantom Menace?
It was cool, but a bit too long.
Cool, but a bit too long. Yeah, I'm kind of more.
Before we get to that, though, I want to talk about Anakin. Are you an angel?
Anakin, yes. The first meeting of Anakin.
So,
we're seeing this, obviously, this little shop. What is the name of it? The Toydarian.
He was portrayed by Jake Lloyd, and back in the day, he was okay, but not the best, you know.
What is the name of that Toydarian that appears in that scene? The Toydarian.
His name is. Wow, I can't believe I can't remember.
I can't think of his name off the top of my head. That's why I need to search it up.
I'm gonna find it. His name is
Watto.
Watto. Yeah, Watto.
Yeah, obviously the first scene of Anakin, we see Watto in his workshop. Qui-Gon wants to try and get a new hyperdrive, and then we see Anakin. Are you an angel? I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful things in the world. Like, it's just, I'm a person. My name is Anakin.
It's a very smooth pickup line.
I'm a person. My name is Anakin. I am the chosen one.
You know what's not a great pickup line?
What?
I don't like sand.
Oh God! Don't get me started. We will discuss if we do another stream about Attack of the Clones, and we discuss that. We'll be here for ages. Like some of the acting in that was just excruciating. But anyway, back to the pod racing. Enough of that. I really enjoyed the pod racing. Obviously, we saw the Tusken Raiders. We saw some funny aliens that made some peculiar noises. We saw a little alien get pulverized in a cave. We saw Sebulba, who's such an annoying fucking creature, whatever it's bloody called.
Sebulba?
Sebulba! He always wins! And, but yeah, I really enjoyed the pod racing scene. Obviously, the tension between him and Anakin, and obviously when his pod race gets destroyed. Dodo!
What do you think you are, a Jedi? Jedi my drinks don't do work on me. I'm a Tandarian.
I'm Tandarian. Jedi mind tricks don't work. You better win the race, but your luck is run out. I lost everything. But yeah, really like the pod racing scene. Got the weird two-head aliens. What they're bloody called. And yeah, it's a decent scene. I enjoy it. Alan enjoys it, but obviously it went on for a bit. But yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Which scene?
The pod racing scene. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it was good, but you know it's too long.
It's too long.
It felt like I was watching a space version of Fast and Furious.
And obviously after Anakin got released, obviously his mother didn't get released. They went to take him to the temple, and then we first
in the middle of the race, Anakin screams, "You motherfucker! I'm gonna kill you and take you."
And obviously after Anakin's free, his mother's left behind. We see the first duel between Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn, which was pretty badass, even though it's only for about 2 minutes and a bit. But what we got with it, we saw Darth Maul was a tremendous warrior, powerful, quick, and a guy who takes no shit from no one. And obviously Qui-Gon was worn out, and
yeah. Like imagine it. No, still I'm still stuck in that Fast and Furious spin-off. Like it would have been awesome to see. It ain't about the pod racing. It's about family. You know?
Been a long time
without you, my friend.
I just see everyone crying. Anakin, I'm so betrayed you. Anyway, let's move on. Obviously, we mentioned the Darth Maul scene and Qui-Gon Jinn. That's pretty cool. Anything to say about it, Alan? Obviously, you said it's badass and everything.
About who? What?
The scene between Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul when we see him fighting.
Yeah. First encounter with Darth Maul. Yeah, it's a huge deal for the Jedi. It's the first time in a long time.
The Sith have been extinct for millennium. I do not believe it. Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it. Getting back to the chat to see what's happening, because it is a bit active at the minute.
But I wish there was more dialogue.
For Darth Maul, yep.
Between Darth Maul and the Jedi.
Yes.
Even though it was more realistic without dialogue, and that's what I like about it, is that the less dialogue, the less cliches, you know.
Yeah.
But still, I would have liked if there was a bit of dialogue between them.
Getting back to the get back to the chat. Country Document has mentioned, hey everyone, any of you like South Park? I've made a funny parody of the 5 First Clones in Trouble at School from the film Bigger, Longer and Uncut. Check it out if you like. It's on my Crown Vix and VH channel. I've checked it out and it is very, very funny. By the way, what do you mean? Sarcastic treatment, GR, I don't understand. Goes over combat stress. Yeah, but he said, I'm not yet ready to battle again. That bastard Ponkrell fucks my mind up, man. Obi-Wan, no. Triple G has mentioned, compared to my Jedi Commander, you got it easy. Maul, you turn Jedi. Which Jedi Commander? Triple G has mentioned, Master Eunice, he's a fucking prick. And then Clone Trooper Dogma has mentioned, do you guys think the Jedi are starting to be revealed as not as noble as everyone thought they were? Remember, they were harsh to Ahsoka. Well,
I do not know a Jedi Master named Ernest.
Ernest. No, that name doesn't really ring a bell.
I tried Googling it, but there's no mention of Ernest.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, another thing I like to mention is obviously the first encounter with the Jedi at the temple. We see obviously the big dogs, Mace Windu, Yoda, Plo Koon, all the big dogs there, Kelly, and obviously mentioned about talking to Anakin about his midichlorian count, having a bigger midichlorian count than Yoda.
Yeah.
And trusting him to be the chosen one and bringing balance to the Force.
Just a second, though. Trooper Gio says it's just propaganda, dude.
Just propaganda, right. Jedi, obviously the Jedi talked about Anakin and his midichlorians.
They should have listened to Mace Windu.
They should have listened to Mace Windu. Like he's like the big dog, the big cheese, the one in the hood. Yeah,
they should have listened to Mace Windu, but no, he's the chosen one. We need to give him a chance.
Yoda, most of them did have a big say in it, but I think Qui-Gon forced them to make a decision that they were uncomfortable of dealing with, and obviously later in the film it goes up in smoke, and we eventually see what happened to Anakin. No one can kill a Jedi. You did, mate. You could have been innocent children.
You killed thousands. You killed hundreds of Jedi, dude.
Yeah, you killed hundreds, monster. But yeah, going back to your point, Adam, you got anything to say about the first meeting with the Jedi, and should they have listened to the Council's advice?
I mean, obviously, the Jedi Council is not the best. The Jedi Order itself is not the best. The best like order to take an example from.
Mm-hmm.
But they were intelligent.
They were
just not enough.
Not enough. Well, I feel they weren't intelligent when they discovered that there was a Sith temple.
I feel like if there was no Republic, the Jedi Order would have been
extinct.
They would have been more powerful.
Yeah, well, going back to your thing about them being intelligent, obviously they discovered that there was a Sith temple, I think below, or originally where the Jedi temple is now, and then they destroyed it, but only most of it, and eventually Palpatine was able to go there, study his ways of the dark side, and eventually rise up to power. But they decided to build their actual temple over a Sith shrine where there's still...
There's something that I don't understand.
Users. And
yeah,
I just thought it was ridiculous. And they're thinking, that where he mentions, Count Dooku mentions in episode 2, the dark side of the Force has blinded their vision. Like, I'm just thinking Palpatine's either used the Force in some way to blind the Jedi's vision, even though he's underneath them. Mm-hmm. But it's just stupid, like building a Jedi temple over a Sith shrine where it's been active for years until the Jedi killed them or made them extinct, and eventually they come back after certain years. And I just think, why have you done it? But certain decisions, like what Crown Bricks and VX mentions, the decision with Ahsoka was appalling. Like, they didn't really give her a say on if she was guilty or not guilty. Obviously, from the viewer's point of view, we knew she was innocent. But it was good to see, obviously, Bill and everything. But they just made some stupid decisions, and then obviously it backfired on them. And then eventually, over the years, Yoda and Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
the Jedi, Kanan, and all that lot were sent into exile, and then eventually the Empire was formed. Shit happened, and then they were founded again. So it does raise some eyebrows from a certain point of view, especially the Jedi and everything.
I did tell you the truth from a certain point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's something I don't understand about the Jedi Order is why they are why are they collaborating or cooperating with the Republic, with the Senate? I mean, the thing about the Jedi and the Sith is that they are supposed to both be like neutral to any political problems.
Yeah.
But yet it's the exact contrary. And I mean, what the hell? Why is that?
Mm.
It's like being a Jedi is like being a religious, like being a rabbi, a Jewish rabbi. You know, you're supposed to follow the will of what you believe. You know, and the Jedi did not do that. They did not follow the will of the Force. They followed the will of the Republic, the will of the.
Well, a prime example is the opening cut the scenes of Attack of the Clones. Mace Windu's we are peacekeepers of the peace, not soldiers. But they go on it time and time again. This war is dragging on for years. We are peacekeepers. We shouldn't be fighting. We should let the Jedi go and let the Republic military step in and everything. But
Jedi are a hypocrite, you know.
it escalated, and eventually they all got terminated because they were made rash decisions that backfired on them.
Mm-hmm. Jedi are hypocrites.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
The Jedi back in the day were hypocrites, man. They say, dude, we just keep the peace, man. And like, there's that when there's the droids attacking. Oh, your droids are going down, down. We're gonna blast your heads and take you down to the ground.
Yeah.
So hypocrites.
Yeah, hypocrites.
Clone Trooper Dogma says, "Hey Alan, I turned that guy into a fucking kebab." Deadpool again. Yeah.
So let's quickly check some comments before we carry on.
Clone Trooper Dogma says, maybe it's the will of the Force that the Jedi and your kind perish. And I serve the will of the Force. I love the Bandu, man.
Trooper G has mentioned, I feel like a piece of shit for what my role was on Umbara. No, but I didn't even get to fight. I was just the clean-up crew.
You guys will get to Clone Wars later. We're talking about the Phantom Menace here.
Yeah. Clone Troop Dogma's mentioned, maybe it's the will of the Force that the Jedi and you kind perish, and I serve the will of the Force, love the Bendu man. Obviously, Alan just mentioned that. Trooper G has mentioned, I will be back in 10 minutes. Obviously, another point I like to bring up about the Phantom Menace is the Gungan battle between the droids and the Gungans. What did you think of that, Alan? Did you thought that was cool?
I thought it was pretty cringy.
Pretty cringy in what way?
I mean, think about it. It's an army of Jar Jars against
Idiots.
against an army of dumb droids.
Right,
Well, I mean, why did they make them so dumb, man? They're droids. They're supposed to be artificial intelligence, and they're dumb as fuck. Pardon my French, but they're dumb as fuck.
Check it out, Corporal. Look over you. Now you're having. Oh, last one. But they're freaking idiots.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I've been destroyed by a Jedi. Uh-oh.
Like, and then they asked their commander, "What do we do? You were programmed, man. You should know what to
do." You freaking idiot. But the Gungan battle was pretty cool. Jar Jar was an idiot, throwing boogers, whatever they call, like them little blue grenade things. He was an idiot, and obviously stuff happened. He got on a tank where he fucked that up and everything. Obviously, another thing we mentioned about in Jar Jar is him ruining the battle for the Gungans. Like, even though they were winning slightly, and obviously they got pushed back because the shield generator got destroyed and everything, he basically ruined it for them, like he always does. He's a fucking idiot.
And then one more thing that I didn't like about the Phantom Menace is that they repeated the whole Death Star explosion, the trench run. You know,
Yeah.
They do it every other movie. You know, they did. Okay, so I get it. They did it in Episode 4. That was cool. Why did it have to repeat itself? I mean,
Yeah.
you never learn.
Not Revenge of the Jedi, that was the original name.
Yeah.
Like they done it. Also, yeah, Phantom Menace, they done it, and eventually, obviously, Anakin went in there and destroyed the main generator. It blew to Kingdom Come and everything.
Lucky bastard.
Lucky bastards. And yeah, I can understand from people's point of view them being disappointed or angry with the repeat of that again. But the last strength I want to bring up is the duel between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Darth Maul. I mean, what a way to kick off the prequel trilogy with that duel in the last 20 minutes of the film. It was epic. It was awesome. It had everything. It had flair. It had desire. It had will. It had everything. It was so sick. Like we discussed earlier on, Ray Park done an excellent job of obviously all his stunts. The same with Liam Neeson and McGregor.
It's really unfortunate that the character wasn't more developed and didn't make it to the second film. But it's also a good thing since there's Count Dooku to replace him. And even though he's not as badass as Darth Maul, he's more of an equal to Darth Sidious than Maul ever was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I loved everything about the duel, the hitting in the face, obviously, of Qui-Gon and Darth Maul. Obviously, Darth Maul using the Force and kicking Obi-Wan over edges and then getting back up on his feet. And yeah, obviously we know the final outcome. Obviously, Qui-Gon Jinn got killed by Darth Maul. Obi-Wan was pissed, and then obviously shit happened. Obi-Wan fought Maul. Really cool stuff happened, and then obviously Maul uses the Force and pushes Obi-Wan down this little shaft, and then obviously kicks his lightsaber and everything, and that goes down. And but the thing I love about that duel, especially at the end, is the face Darth Maul pulls when he can't believe Obi-Wan's just done flip, grabbed the lightsaber with the Force, and just cutting in half. Maul's face is like he's just out of nowhere. Like he can't believe he's done this move, even though Maul's had the upper hand and everything. What do you think, Alan? Do you agree with me?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's just so cool, and obviously we see the emotional scene with Obi-Wan at the end.
I mean, Obi-Wan has a thing for cutting people in half.
He does. He has a thing for cutting body parts off and everything. So yeah, it's a bit. What's wrong, Obi-Wan? Do you like cutting people? Yeah.
cutting legs and everything. Yeah.
So obviously Qui-Gon Jinn obviously dies and everything, and obviously they cremate him and everything, and blah 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 blah. And then obviously near the end we see Obi-Wan and Yoda, like not a little bit of tension, but he wants to go ahead and promise Yoda that he will train Anakin. And obviously, like we discussed earlier on, they're still hesitant about training this boy that has come out of nowhere, has a higher midichlorian count than any other Jedi, including Master Yoda, the most noble and loyal Jedi to the Republic. And obviously, eventually it goes ahead, and obviously we see Qui-Gon Jinn get cremated. And then we discussed this earlier as well, the little chat between Yoda and Mace Windu discussing about, no doubt, the warriors of Sith. Always two there are, no more, no less, the master and apprentice, which was destroyed, the master of the apprentice. Like, they know that the Sith is coming back slowly, but they don't know who it is, how many of them, and that's what I liked about that scene. It's like a little cliffhanger, like thinking, oh, could they return? Will they return? Or how would they return? And yeah, obviously you got the end scene with the music and the weird creatures again and everything. But it's a decent film. Obviously, it's not to everyone's standards, Phantom Menace, but what I got with it is I enjoyed it, but there's certain parts that people don't like. And yeah, that's what I think of it. Anything to add, Alan?
I give Phantom Menace a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it 6 out of 10 as well.
By the way, I just thought of something.
Yeah, go for it.
What's the difference between Darth Maul and all the other Sith that were killed?
What is the difference?
Darth Maul was not left with his penis.
I'll just thought something as well, Alan. Before we went live this evening, was you going to mention something about what happened on Twitter between a certain person?
Yeah. So yesterday on Twitter, I saw this post by Prequel Memes. He posted a picture of Supreme Leader Snoke with the head of Ahsoka. And the description for that picture was a Snoka.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about Snoke theories. I mean, I fucking hate those. They come up with it. It's a never-ending joke, and like I was just shut the fuck up. And then Team Ahsoka replied to me because apparently she was also mentioned or tagged in that post, and I didn't see that, but she replied to me saying charming with 2 dots. So like, charming. You said shut the fuck up, and I was like, I'm sorry, but someone has to draw a line there. And she said, they said it's a joke, and I was like, I got nothing. No, before that, I said a joke that's lasted over 2 years and that's getting dumber and more annoying every time. And then I said, I got nothing against you, Team Ahsoka, and I'm sorry for being so offensive, but as I said, someone has to draw the line.
Yeah.
And they said, it's fine, no offense taken. But still, dude, I fucking hate Snoke theories that don't make sense.
Yeah.
The only Snoke theory that does make sense to me, I actually waited a few days to talk about it, but if you rewatch the trailer for Star Wars: The Last Jedi, in the end, Luke Skywalker says it's time for the Jedi to end. And what if Luke Skywalker is no longer the person that we remember?
Yeah.
What if he is using the Force to like he's using the Force to deceive people, to and like to disguise himself as someone else,
Yeah.
as Snoke. I mean, I know it's pretty it's going pretty far as a theory, but it would make sense if it turns out that Luke Skywalker is Snoke, because he is given up the ways of the Jedi.
Oh,
And
God, no.
I know he's given up the ways of the Jedi. And
Not Luke.
wait, hear me out. He's given up the ways of the Jedi, and he wants to develop something new, something that isn't dark but isn't light as well.
Yeah.
And so, what if his old disappointment in Kylo Ren is just an act?
Yeah.
Maybe he planned this whole thing, you know. It's not the first time that the good guys are deceived by an old wise man, and yeah, because I don't know if you watch the Flash TV show.
No, I do not, unfortunately. No, I will eventually get into that.
Like every season, it turns out that the big bad guy of the season is someone they know, someone they thought they can trust, someone that gave them inspiration, and someone who was a mentor.
Yeah.
But then no, it turns out that they're actually the bad guy. And I call this Snoke theory the reverse Flash theory.
Oh dear.
Basically, the mentor being the bad guy.
Right.
And I know it's pretty far-fetched, but I think I'm holding on to something. It's very unlikely, but that's the only theory that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
After watching the Last Jedi trailer, that's the only theory that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
What do you think of that theory?
What about Snoke being Luke?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really like speculate on theories. I mean, they're decent and everything, but I think some of them are just stupid. Like I seen some of them like Snoke being Mace Windu, Snoke being that. I mean, I don't really get into them if I'm personally honest.
What do you guys think in the comments of my theory?
Oh.
I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear you say, Darth, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Anyway, there's a couple more comments. Claims you could documents once you silence, you think you know me. Obi-Wan's cutting people in half just doesn't work. I like Count Dooku for being a former Jedi Master and the reason why he's understandably joined the dark side.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep your comments coming in. Obviously,
if you think about it, Luke Skywalker is this close to being Count Dooku. Like in terms of personality.
Yeah, I can see
a wise Jedi Master that sees that the Jedi way does not work anymore.
Yeah.
Just that part.
That part. Oh well. What can you do? Don't go to the dark side, Master Luke. We love you. Please don't. Crown Vixen of V8 is mentioned. I just want Kylo Ren to kick Rey's ass. No, I like Rey. I don't want her ass getting kicked. She's a cool character. But we'll have to wait and see in Last Jedi, which will be released soon. Anyway, keep the comments coming in. Obviously, me and Alan, we've discussed what we thought about the Phantom Menace, the strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, I mentioned this in the description. I've mentioned it before. I don't really have a massive collection of Phantom Menace figures, but what you can see up there is what you get. I mean, it's not the greatest collection, but it's something. And if I can, I'll quickly show you my collection quickly.
The only Phantom Menace figures that I own, two variants of Qui-Gon Jinn, Darth Maul, Darth Sidious,
Yeah.
and Anakin from the last scene in his Jedi robes.
Obviously, you can see my collection here. Obviously, you just got to be careful because the laptop is in the air. Obviously, there's episode 2 Clone Troopers there. You can see the Phantom Menace figures, not the massive collection, but what you can see is what you get. If you want to see it in more detail, go to a collection update and you'll see them there and everything. So yeah, that's the little Phantom Menace collection. So let's go back.
I got this Qui-Gon.
Oh, that's the one with the lightsaber that lights up. I was originally going to get that, but I got the normal version.
Yeah, I got the vintage collection version as well.
Oh, vintage collection! Can't wait till that gets back.
Oh yeah,
Many,
can't wait for the vintage collection to come back.
I only got a couple of vintage collection figures back in the day, but I really want to start collecting them as a whole lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was my little Phantom Menace collection. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll check the comments a couple of times, and if there's anything we want to discuss, we'll say it, and then if there's nothing, we will end the stream. So I'll just quickly check the chat a couple more times, go from there.
Clone Trooper Dogma says the dark side is more powerful than you know, Jack. By the way, Alan, what do you think of Darth Nihilus? He is my new favorite Sith Lord. I don't know much about Darth Nihilus. He is an interesting Sith. I mean, all the Sith lords and warriors are interesting to me, but I never really digged in and done research on Darth Nihilus or any of the other Sith lords back in the days of the Old Republic, you know. So I really should though. I mean, I don't care if it's not canon. I really should look into those.
Yeah.
But one more thing that I want to talk about is the new Battlefront trailer.
Oh,
Marvelous.
So sick. The music, everything, the clones, the droids. Oh, everything about it's just so sick.
Amazing. The graphics, the quality,
everything. I'm getting it. It's just sick. If I can remember,
the characters, everything.
Yeah, if I can remember going back and listening to the voices, I think we may have Sam Witwer to come back to play the voice of Darth Maul. I think he's come back to play the voice of Darth Sidious. And I believe, listening to a couple of clone voices, I think we may have D. Bradley Baker come back and play the clones. So if that is true, thumbs up to EA Star Wars Battlefront. Well done. You've listened to the fans' choice. You've listened to the fans that wanted clones, droids, interesting characters, everything. I mean, we've got Force Awakens characters coming in as well. Rey, Kylo Ren, Finn, Phasma. Obviously, characters Yoda, Darth Maul, and all the other characters, Vader, Sidious, Luke, Han, Leia, Boba Fett. I mean, it looks so sick. The graphics, everything about it is awesome. So yeah, anything you'd like to add, Adam? Obviously, you just mentioned the Battlefront 2 trailer. Anything else?
Anything else? Who is your favorite character out of the Phantom Menace?
Favorite character out of Phantom Menace?
For me, it's obvious.
For you, it's obvious. Mine, it's either Qui-Gon Jinn or Darth Maul. Obviously, later on, I enjoyed Obi-Wan, but for this instance, I'm going to say it's out of Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn, but I'm going to say Darth Maul. I'll say Darth Maul. I liked him. He's my favourite character in the Phantom Menace. I mean, obviously, I love Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn and everything, but maybe it's out of them 2 or to 3, but the big cheese, it's got to be Darth Maul. Really likes to run from eventually Clone Wars or Rebels, I mean, so forth and so forth. Ooh, excuse me. Do you want to check the chat one last time before we sign off?
Apparently, I mispronounced Nihilus.
Nihilus. He looks so badass. By the way, I want him canon again. Oh, and I want Dogma's clone armor in New Battlefront. I'm not being nasty, but I highly doubt we will not get that.
So, Jack, I want to hear what are your plans for this live stream series. Who else do you think will appear in the streams?
I'd like to see. Obviously, you're more than welcome to come in here. People who comment in the chat, such as Trooper Geo, Crown Vixen V8s, Philip Gibson, maybe other YouTubers if I can get them on there, maybe at the weekends, such as Jedi Master 738, The Collector's Hut, Daniel Reese 1000, and if he has time as well, maybe Sith Lord 229 who can come on here and have a chat if he has the time. Other people, I'm thinking maybe if I can get in contact with them, maybe get some actors and actresses who have played the characters in Star Wars, or maybe I can get some voice actors on there, such as James Arnold Taylor, Matt Lanter, Ashley Eckstein. I mean, you don't know until you've tried, but I'll see if I can get them on there. Maybe some other Star Wars actors if they have YouTube accounts and everything, but mainly YouTubers who do Star Wars stuff, and mainly fellow subscribers who want to share their love for Star Wars. And yeah, fingers crossed I can get decent people on these series of live streams.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
What do you reckon? Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool if I can get fellow big YouTubers or maybe some actual stars. Yeah. So yeah. Last time, anything to add, Adam? Anything to add about your channel? Obviously, it's doing very well. You're nearly at the 1,000 subscriber mark.
First of all, thank you all for your support. It really means the world to me. I've been making new thumbnails for my videos, and I'm also gonna start doing live streams on Twitch. So if you have a Twitch account, be sure to follow me, because every other week from now, since it's gonna be summer vacation, I'm gonna do live streams talking about pretty much everything Star Wars, DC, Marvel. Game of Thrones is coming back, and Rick and Morty is coming back.
Oh, fun facts about Rick and Morty. Alan, thank you very much for getting me involved with them. I absolutely love Rick and Morty. I've been watching them
You're
again.
more than welcome.
I love them. Do you know when it's coming back, Rick and Morty?
It should be back during the summer.
Back in the summer, yeah. So yeah. By the way, as well, people watching as well, I love DC, Marvel, Rick and Morty, all the good stuff Alan loves as well.
Yeah. And I also changed my profile picture because I recently got the new Lego Star Wars Darth Vader transformation set.
Oh, nice.
I got it right here. So that's the cheapest way to get Emperor Palpatine and both Darth Vader and a burned, barbecued Anakin Skywalker. And I really like that. And so this Darth Vader comes with the new helmet mold, and so I took a picture and modified my profile picture, merging the heads of Darth Vader and Darth Maul, and the droid just fell.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I got. So this is one of the 2 Lego Star Wars sets that I got for my birthday, which was last week. Then the second set that I got is the new First Order Stormtrooper battle pack.
Nice.
Right here with this small speeder, a couple of First Order Stormtroopers, a First Order officer, I think, and a First Order Flame Trooper.
Very nice.
Yeah. And so what I like about this is they come with a lot of accessories. First of all, the Flame Trooper comes with his flame gun.
That's pretty cool.
Then the Stormtroopers, not only do they come with their blasters that shoot red studs if you press here, but they also come with shields. These shields right here.
Oh wow! Like
and the TR-8R weapon.
That's really cool.
Yeah, right here. So we can have these kinds of troopers if you want.
Very nice indeed. So yeah, this has been the Star Wars conversation live stream, episode 1, Phantom Menace. Big thanks to my guest Alan. Big thanks to every single one commenting.
Thank you for having me.
That's right. You're always welcome. Be sure to stay tuned for the next one, where we will be discussing the events of Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Love it if you lot could be there. Let me know in a couple of days in advance if you want to join, and I'll get you on here and we'll discuss what we love about Attack of the Clones. And yet again, thank you to every single one of you commenting on my videos, subscribing, liking, and sharing. Thanks for commenting this evening. And as always, Ellen, where can people find you?
People can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Darth Akoko Productions, as well as follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Twitch. And where can people find you, Jedi Master 98?
Well, obviously you can find me on YouTube and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook as Jedi Master 98. You can follow me on Twitter as Jedi Master 98. Or you can follow me on Instagram as Jack Barrett, where all cool pictures are on there, and you can just say hi. So yet again, this has been the Star Wars Episode 1, the Phantom Menace Conversations live stream. Thank you very much yet again to all the people commenting, and thank you very much to my guest, Adam. So, until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. May the Force be with you, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace out, guys. May the force be with you.